Hello everybody. In the last episode I believe we took a look at stainless steel. And today we're gonna go ahead and finish stainless steel. And I have some things set up. You'll notice this is the box order. 10 billion, except instead of having filters here, it filters into these. Basically anything we throw in here will get sent to one of these that accepts it. This guy accepts carbon and silicon. This guy accepts pyrolusite and the other stuff. Also carbon. Carbon is produced as a byproduct of anthracite processing. We have a gigantic pipeline which takes small piles of anthracite dust and packages them up. I've made a lot of chromite, chromium, whatever it's called. Check this out, 33 ferrochromium. We're getting ready for the next stage. We just need to make an EBF and a bunch of other machines. First and foremost, we're gonna make a sifter and a centrifuge, as well as another packager. The reason we're gonna make these, and it's, I don't know, it's just something we're gonna, I don't even know. Oh, hold on, we need to make more of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. And then we just run 2 of these for the lathe, 6 for the plate machine, make sure it's on first setting. And that should cover our piston demand for today. Let's make a basic centrifuge while we wait, that should be good. We need to make a packager, which requires a robot arm. Basic packager also requires conveyor belt and the other thing. We'll make that no problem. Take that. Boom. Packager. We need to make some wood planks. Oh, holy crap, I already have a chest. What is that for? Oh, okay. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. Make an oak chest. Shove it in there. Make that thing. One last machine we're gonna need. And that is the sifter. Now, I think the sifter actually costs 2 of those, thingies. Yeah. Oh my. That is a major problem. Okay, then I guess we'll have to go in and process a few more of these. Just run this guy through the lathe and we should be fine. I'm gonna run all these zinc into zinc plates, and then once they're done, we'll run them into zinc foils for more filters, because filters are life. Filters are very important. And if you don't have any filters, what are you doing? You need 1,000,000 filters. Okay, so with the new sifting machine, I can go ahead and begin setting up another thing. Although I do need a filter, I should probably go make more filters. Filters are love. Filters are life. Filters are very important, and we don't have any right now. We need to make more. Okay, there we go. That should be making some filter stuff. Oh, I do have another filter. You see, every machine can be hooked up to the same box as long as they all have filters. This allows us to basically just shove everything in a box and forget about it. Now then, you're probably wondering, what is all of this? Well, here goes the basic packager. This guy will turn calcite, whatever this guy needs, quicklime, into quicklime tiny piles. We'll take a stack of quicklime and then we'll see what it needs. He needs tiny piles, correct? How do you get tiny pile of quicklime? Yay. You just shove that in there? Nice. And that does, that turns it into tiny piles. Which now we can hook this up. Hook that to there. And that should just go. Of course, we should probably prevent this from connecting properly. Like that. That way, quicklime does not go back into the buffer. Now we can turn on item auto output. This will shove tiny piles of quicklime into here. Oh no, we have quite too many. That's a slight issue, but that should be fine. 33 plus 64. We won't have to restock this thing for quite a long time. We'll probably manually restock. I know you all are wondering, what the heck is this abomination? Why is there a furnace, a macerator, and a sifting machine? Well, first we must smelt kimberlite cobblestone into kimberlite stone. Then we must macerate the kimberlite stone into kimberlite dust. Then we can do a basic sifting machine here. This sifts the kimberlite dust for its constituent components. This is diamonds, lapis, almandine, pyrope, and the infamous ultramafic tailing, which can be sent into the next machine, a sifter. Why do we want this to be sifted? Well, there's a very legendary component featured inside ultramafic tailings, ultrafamic tailings, should I say. This is silicon dioxide, which is something we needed for one of the other sections of the line. This allows us to do 2 parts with 1 stone. All we need to do is hook up this sifter to a centrifuge, This will allow us to centrifuge the stuff, although we do need to add a filter. Another byproduct is magnetite, which can be processed at a blast furnace for iron. We'll now add a filter here. And on this filter, I'm going to go ahead and set up some things. We're going to go ahead and filter ultramafic tailing dust through the filter. We're just going to go ahead and set it up like so. And now all we should have to do is connect this. Hold on, not with that pipe. We're going to use a small thin item pipe. Doing it like this allows us to connect here. That will allow us to send any ultramafic tailings into here for magnesia and also quartzite. Adding another filter onto the centrifuge, we can now filter out the wonderful stuff, quartzite, into the centrifuge. This gives us silicon dioxide, which can then be further processed at the final section of the plant. Now you're probably wondering, how are we going to deal with this diamond, pyropy, and almandine waste? Well, we're just going to shove it in a box and forget about it. Literally. This guy is running. Holy crap. I forgot about that. Anyway, this takes our almandine, pyropy, all the waste byproducts, the gems that we don't want, and puts them away for good. Now this is the magnesium one, or manganese, and this guy is the, I can't even tell what this guy is, but I'm pretty sure this is ferrochromium. I'm pretty sure he accepts silicon dioxide, and that's what we're gonna do, is pipe silicon dioxide to him. But well, I'll do that later. We don't need to do that right now. We're now gonna tackle another EBF. This guy is going to make carburized stainless steel, which is a liquid and is needed to make actual stainless steel. I'm not sure how much of this we're gonna use. I don't even know if we should automate it, so let me go ahead and take a look at this. Carburized stainless steel can be combined in an HV EBF to create molten carburized stainless steel. This guy requires the medium voltage power inputs, I think. Taking a look at HV, we can see that HV requires a power input of like, what is this, 512 EU per tick. Which this allows you to smelt at like 480 or so. Yeah, 480. So basically we're almost at 512. And making that guy is no problem. You just need like 11 of these aluminum ingots, which I need to really restock aluminum. How do we only have 200? That is a failure right there. A failure to restock aluminum. We need to take care of that. We run aluminum on the third setting. We need to take a steel rod, which does not exist. We need to go make some steel rods then. Okay, we run steel through a lathe. Nice. Put that away. Gonna take a fine aluminum wire and some more steel rods, and we're gonna take those steel rods and we're gonna shove them in the magnetic polarizer. What's gonna happen is they're gonna become magnetic steel rods, and we're gonna go ahead and shove them into an assembly machine with aluminum wire. Okay, so we're gonna take this aluminum wire and the magnetic rod and put them together. Right here. Nice. And that takes a lot of energy. Now, takes 120 EU per tick. Alright, medium voltage circuit. Now, coil. We can almost build the MV energy hatch. It's just we need one more thing. That is the OPIC, which is a voltage circuit of some kind. So we use that, and we need to make this guy, which is very simple. You just take some spaghetti noodles, put them in a pot, with tomato sauce, and then cook them. That gives you this machine. First, you take a wrench and put it in your pot. Then you stir the pot. Then you add some plates of aluminum and wrought iron with some copper noodles. This gives you MV machine hull, which in turn can become an MV energy hatch. I have not used any of these, except for on one machine maybe. However, we just need 2 of these to smelt at high voltage from what I understand, and that should be fine. I have prepared several EBFs. This one I'm going to set up on my own. This guy here. We're going to set him up for iron from banded iron and magnetite from the ultramafic or whatever line. I think ultrafamic sounds way cooler than ultramafic. Now, there is a final step which is incredibly important, and that is making maintenance hatch we're gonna make the next thing, which is a muffler hatch. Input hatches, output hatches, fluid input hatches, and all that. I believe it just needs an output hatch. I don't think it needs an input hatch at all. Yeah, it just needs an input hatch and a fluid output hatch. So that is incredibly cheap and should be no problem for us to complete in like 5 seconds. Just give me a second here. 1, 2, boom. Shove this in there and this in there. Guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna make, first and foremost, input box. Yeah, like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the last thing, muffler hatch. Boom. And grab every tool, because you're gonna need every tool for this next stage. You need crowbar, you need mallet, you need every single tool to fix it. You're probably questioning, how am I gonna set this up with all the spaghetti in this area? Well, don't worry, the spaghetti won't stop us. It's just gonna get very disgusting. We have to set up an input bus there. We're probably going to set up an output hatch here. The output hatch can probably be sent over to the next thing, which is an arc furnace from down here. So that's a good place for it. Although I was considering up top, I feel like that might also be an option. As always, maintenance hatch on this side, so that way we can easily access it and fix it. And I have had to do that recently with the heat exchange. Yep, you gotta pay attention to your machines now, apparently. Well, I mean, I just didn't notice it. I really wasn't paying attention. And that machine runs constantly anyway, so what the heck. Of course it's going to break down. Finally, my 4 EBFs, electric blast furnaces, are doing very good things. We're almost done. I'm very excited to have stainless steel. The last thing we're going to need is voltage inputs, which are going to go here. 1, 2, nice. And then they're going to hook into these MV energy hatches, so just connect in there. And then another connection goes here. And then we probably should set up some kind of energy buffer of some kind at some point. Maybe move this guy. I don't know. And we could move these guys down, have the energy. Yeah, it could work. Could work. What about this guy? Output hatch. Boom! Electric blast furnace, jump scare. And it can handle high voltage. 3 EBFs. And a bunch of time. Now all we need to do is get this melting. Some carburized stainless steel. Now this stuff is only 3 items. Iron, nickel, and manganese. Which we don't have a packager for that. We need to get a packager for manganese. Now this is a tiny pile of manganese dust. So it's gonna be like this. I'll go ahead and put this in by hand. Alright, so we're just gonna put in some manganese dust. Yes, I did prepare electrodes for the next machine. I don't know if we're gonna get to it today. I still need to finish preparing these guys, so, yeah, we gotta run them through the machine. And hook these guys all up. While all of that is happening, we're going to go ahead and macerate some nickel and iron. Holy crap, are you kidding me? We can use magnetite for this? Well, I just so happen to know a source of magnetite that is, willing to be used. Oh my, are you kidding me? We can use iron 3 oxide for this? Banded iron. Oh, well I know another source of, both of those. That's gonna be good. I'll have an iron section then. Now, the magnetite source is probably not going to be stable, although I do think we're processing a large quantity of ultraviolet valence. Banded iron comes from the place there. Iron 3 oxide comes from aluminum production from red mud. That is a lot of irons. Magnetite comes from the ultramafic plant up there, which is all a lot of iron in total. Now, what is this guy doing? Nickel. Okay. And it only takes 1 nickel, 1 manganese, tiny pile. But then it takes like 15 of these guys, which is fine. Now, it's more effective if you just use pure iron, although we don't really have an infinite quantity of that. We much rather have an infinite quantity of this. In the time this has been running, it's produced like 9 magnetite, which is, I mean, it's what you expect. It's not much. And one of my biggest fears is coming true. This guy needs more energy. This guy drinks energy for breakfast. This requires us to make a medium voltage battery buffer No, like, I bet this guy needs a 16 times battery buffer. I mean, this guy drinks energy for breakfast, right? We definitely need to supply the energy in a high quantity, although we do have access to this guy here, which is way cheaper, and probably the best alternative, so we're probably gonna go ahead and do this guy. I also shove everything in the box. All of my medium voltage wire is stored in this box here, and all we need to do is plug this guy into some energy, and give him batteries. Stainless steel carburization is clearly the most energy-intensive step of this entire process, other than the, I don't know, that machine isn't too bad. I mean, well, we can supply energy to that thing, no problem. This is not bad at all. Okay, then, plug this guy in. Nice, he's now on the superconductor grid, which now we can conduct into those batteries right there. Nice. And it'll take him a while to charge up fully, so we won't plug him in right away. Now all we gotta do is connect these guys, and I don't know, this is probably the worst part of the process, is finding a way to connect that one without digging underneath the blast furnace. I'm gonna just dig under the blast furnace, honestly. Now all of this culminates in the next episode being another arc furnace, which was one of my least favorite machines to make, but it is probably the coolest looking machine I've seen so far. It's very big, and it glows a lot. This guy is almost charged, so we're just gonna connect them up now. Nice. And that's able to supply these guys with what they need to actually get their job done. And now we're able to achieve the ridiculous cost, 240 EU per tick for 40 seconds. Holy crap, that's expensive. I don't like that cost. Wait. Is it because I used banded iron? I think it takes different times depending on what you put in. Nah. It just takes different amounts. Granitic mineral sand. Dang, I can't do that till HV. Oh wait, we're already at... Who put my AKM inside the machine? We don't put AKM inside Copper nickel machine. Nice. Is it done? Stainless steel.